My grandma, Ramona Elena Gonzalez Vance, was born in 1943 in Stevensville, Montana. She grew up as a Mexican American. Here, my grandma explains her father's immigration story from Mexico.
My father, when he was 14 years old, came to the United States. He came with his father to find work and make a better life for their family. And so they worked their way to west by working in as labor people.
Shortly after my great-grandpa came to the United States, the Immigration Act of 1924 was passed, which denied Mexicans from access to the country. I asked my grandma what it was like growing up Mexican in Montana.
No, we were the only ones Mexicans in high school. I mean, in any of our school time.
Well, were you treated differently because of it?
No. We were well accepted. Well, yes, because we didn't have as much as other kids did, because we were a big family on top of it.
I was very curious to know why there was little to no mistreatment towards my grandma and her family, so I asked her more about it.
But we lived out in the country too, Tay, and that made a lot of difference. If it would have been in the city, maybe,
Oh,
so consider that too.
okay.
Because we lived in a rural area, and like we lived like 7 miles from town, so we weren't exposed to a whole lot of. So we were kind of in a, I don't know, laid back, growing up type of thing.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, if we'd been living in a city, maybe there would have been some, bad feelings of who we were. You get on a bus, especially in the city when you're getting one place to another, people get mean.
Do you think if you had been growing up anywhere else, that your life would be a lot different?
I think if we were living in a city population.
Just with the more populated area?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because there's more people and there's more opinions, and then it gets unhappy people, and that's how you get to fighting. But we didn't have that, because I remember our cousins would come up from California, and they were Mexicans there, and I remember them coming up, and they had gangs then in California. So it just shows that just population makes a difference.
How do you feel about the immigration laws today?
Well, I feel, if they're going to come to our country, they should become citizens and, do the same rules that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And, they have to have Social Security number, have, what was the other? Be citizens, and mostly that, and what am I trying to say? Just a minute. And most of those people that come this way want to work, so they never probably don't have trouble getting work, but they still have to become citizens, I feel, if they want any the benefits that we have.
The Vietnam War started in 1955 and ended in 1975. The North Vietnam government and its allies in South Vietnam, the Viet Cong, were fighting against the government of South Vietnam and its main ally, the United States. My grandma was 12 years old when the war started.
Did you know anyone in the Vietnam War?
Yes.
Who?
Let's see, I had 3 brothers, and then lots of people from our hometown were in Vietnam, many.
How did having family members in the war make you feel?
Well, it was with 3 brothers, it was kind of scary because they were, 2 of them were on front line, and it was an awful war, senseless war, and it was. And I remember how old was I? I was high school, and then shortly after we were married, the war really broke out in the 60s.
You didn't agree with the war?
No war is good war.
So when those people that went to war came back, what was your community's attitude towards them when they were returning?
Let me see. I got to think about that. Oh, just like any of our veterans that come back, you're happy they made it home. So you welcome them home because they come home safe. A lot of them didn't come home. There's quite a few from our own town that did not come home.
How was your life different after the war?
I just got married and went to beauty school, and so I was kind of in my own world.